No, man. Quilly ain't dropped. No, man. Quilly ain't dropped yet. No, man. So what we consider? Like, did the OT win? What did we consider? This is a win for OT? Quilly ain't dropped. So do OT win? Let me know. OT won? Because Quilly didn't respond. We was talking about this for the last 3 days. Philly first 48. You already know we got a legend himself tonight. Markmadness. Rocking that shit. Go check him out for some clothing. We gonna let everybody tap in. I mean, we gonna let everybody come in so we can tap Mark in. That shit we wanted to hear. We wanted to hear some shit. Him coming at. Come on. Y'all know what we wanted to hear. Cheesy Bear Rock, what's up, bro? We got Markmadness tonight, yo. What's up, gang? What's up, Philadelphia? Go check him out, y'all. I mean, laced me up in Markmadness gear. Shit like that. Beat Boy, what's up, brother? Psycho, what's up? What's up, gang? You dropped the skip it. Play it. I'm about to bring you on. What's up, Max? SMS, shout out to SMS. Strawberry Mansion section. Man, shout out to the whole North Philly. Shout out to fucking Markmadness. We're about to bring him on, start this interview. Markmadness. We learning tonight. We got the boy Turkey in the building. You gotta get Turk on too, y'all. Turk gotta tell his story. D Blizzy in the building. We're gonna let everybody come in, then we're gonna start. So look. So do OT win? Do OT win? You know what I mean? I don't think Quilly gonna drop that disc. I don't know. It's too late. Like, it's 3 days. Like, so, like, yeah, I don't know who managing him, but I don't like that move, like, personally. So OT won? What you think, Turk? The fuck? Man made a good statement. I want. Hold up, let's start the interview, y'all. We gotta start this interview real quick, then we can get right to the OT and Quilly shit. I don't want to get distracted tonight. Y'all know when we start that Quilly shit, interviews go out the window and shit. So what we gonna do is we're gonna start the interview. We're gonna start the interview with Markmadness, and then we're gonna bring people in to talk about this the Quilly shit. We trying to definitely have structure. Shout out to Dane Designer, whatever the case may be. Hold up, Mark. We about to start it off. Mark, you ready for me, Mark? We gonna do this interview, and then after that we gonna talk about this Quilly OT shit, which should be the last night talking about it. Philly First 48. Make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel. Oh man, the legend himself, Markmadness. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling. What's up with you, baby?
Can't call it, man. Finally got my OG up, man. We finally got you on the show, man.
It took you long enough, man. You treat me like a stepchild, man. Come on.
Nah, listen. You know how shit get when you talk about that headshots and all that shit. That shit was so crazy that I ain't know it was going to be that long. Like, niggas and all that, and it got so tense. Then there's OT and Quilly shit started. So I'm like, yo, we got to get back to the regular program and shit. But, you know what I mean? You already know. Listen,
what's up with you, man?
You know what's up with me. I'm representing, man.
That
I'm representing
madness,
my OG, you know what I mean? Listen, man, people don't know, like, you a legend in the city and shit, like, you know what I mean?
Undercover legend.
Undercover legend, but we gonna get to it tonight. We gonna get to it tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me put your cover up. Let me put the cover up and shit so we can be professional. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to the bottom of everything and shit like that. But you had a few artists under your belt and all that. We're gonna get to that, but I gotta ask you one question before we start. OT or Quilly? Who you rocking with?
I ain't hear too much of OT. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I can't really. I know he burned a lot of shit down. I heard him like on his little freestyles and shit like that. But you know, Quilly been around too long. You know what I'm saying? Too polished. Like, but OT he on the up and coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Quilly already solidified. Like, you know what I'm saying? So OT try to take that, you know, from him and shit.
So my question to you: Do Quilly win not responding?
Yeah, I don't think Quilly got respond.
I mean, what? Like elaborate on it. Elaborate on that.
Because Quilly's smart, right? What he got the game from it? You get what I'm saying? OT trying to take that shit from him. Quilly already, you know what I'm saying? Quilly been doing this shit like 15, 20 years plus.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I got
mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. So, like, he know for a fact that OT hungry right now. You get what I'm saying? So you know, OT got a chance to bite his head off. So he like, no, I ain't gonna fuck with that. You get what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it with me. You get what I'm saying?
So my thing with you, if you was in OT shoes, what would you do? Would you wait? Or would you drop again, or would you leave it alone?
I would just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like being thirsty. Like you came with a solid joint. You know what I'm saying? Just let that shit go and then just go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Get back to business, doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's sidetracked right now, and that's what Quilly do. Quilly taking him mentally. Quilly fucking him up. You get what I'm saying? Mentally. Mentally. You get what I'm saying? He make you want to fuck him up. So OT want to beat him down for real. You know what I'm saying? He don't even want to rap for real. He want to fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? I just let that ride. Shit.
Yo, man. Oh, man. All right. Well, we got to get to your story and shit, man. That's a crazy topic. We've been talking about that shit all night. Let's get right into it, man. All right. Let's start from the beginning, Mark. Like, you had a few artists. Like, you had. I mean, I want to start all the way from the beginning with you and shit. Like, what made you want to fuck with this rap shit? Like,
I mean, I used to rap. A lot of people don't know I used to rap back in the day.
I know that.
Damn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But when I used to rap, we was young boys and shit like that. But then, you know, the streets came. I started, you know what I'm saying? I started getting in the streets or whatever. So it was kind of corny to me after that. You know what I'm saying? And I start putting money into my niggas and shit like that.
Okay. So what was one of your first artists and shit like that you had?
My first artist was really Muttley. That I really, you know what I'm saying, went all the way in with Muttley. You get what I'm saying?
I met Muttley, and Muttley, like, y'all was doing a hell of a job. Like, speak on some of the things that, you know what I mean, you was doing with Muttley and shit, and you know what I mean, because y'all had the city going crazy and shit. People don't know that because, you know, it's a lot of, you know, only old heads and shit that was back then. But elaborate on some of the major moves y'all was making and shit like that.
Well, it was like this with Muttley and shit. You know, Muttley from the projects. He from 5th Street Projects. So I'm from 7th Street. So it was always like beef with 5th Street and 7th Street. You get what I'm saying? So me fucking with Muttley was already awkward and shit like that because, you know, niggas like, damn, you fucking with a 7th Street nigga. Damn, you fucking with a 5th Street nigga. So a lot of hate came with that shit. You get what I'm saying? So my thing was like, all right, I'm a marketing genius and shit. You know what I'm saying? I said it wasn't really like no radio airplay back then or whatever. So I said, listen, I'm gonna go get like $50,000 worth of CDs and give them out.
Damn, that's a good.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they like, damn. So I ordered all these CDs. I had fucking boxes. I'm talking about like a house full of that shit, like all over. You get what I'm saying? So then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get 2 vans and shit like that. We wrap it up. We gonna hit them. We gonna hit Miami, Vegas.
You know? So back then, you was getting Vans and wrapping Vans up. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
can't just
was
skin
the
over that. You just can't skin over that. Like,
no, I was the first to do all that shit. Like a lot
let's
of
talk
people.
about it, Mark. We got a whole
Yeah,
hour. We can't just skin over shit. Like we gotta really talk about shit. All right.
yeah,
So what made
like
you, you know what I mean, want to get a van wrap back then? Like, you know what I'm saying? And let us know what year is we in. Like when you and Muttley was running.
this had to be like '01, like '02.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew what it was. Our backs was against the wall. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was a lot of niggas that had record labels and shit like that that started. Cause when I did the raps, Vans, and I did the CDs, a lot of niggas start copying. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I might have Windstar Vans, but then motherfuckers was getting Cadillac Vans. You get what I'm saying? Like they was double. They was like, and I was the only investor. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was like, but they couldn't outsmart me though. Like they
Right.
like damn. Like they like damn. Like how the fuck this nigga doing that shit? Like the marketing, the CDs, the look of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The logos on the van. You know what I'm saying? I just had a vision. I had a vision that they couldn't fuck with. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
like a lot of niggas used to bow down, like, yo, man, like
Like
let me get on the team and shit like that.
real shit. Real shit, man.
So
That's heavy. That's heavy, man. So
yeah,
y'all had the Vans rap. You see, you had got the CDs, whatever the case may be. And then once you start
yeah.
giving them out, you start giving out the CDs and whatever the case may be. So your promo was on a whole nother level. Like your
My
promo.
promo was crazy. What I did was I looked at it like I took a chance. Like I was a nigga out there that niggas was talking about, like, damn, he getting to $1, whatever. But I said, I gotta be a real nigga, cause like I don't really come outside or be nowhere and shit like that. So
Right.
what I did, I used to ride up in niggas' projects and shit like that. Like West Philly, North, all that shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? And niggas
Right.
like, damn, like you're a real nigga. Like that's how I got my respect. And I used to stand out there with niggas and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
they be like,
Heavy.
damn, this nigga crazy. Like, fuck.
Right. Right.
So a lot of niggas used to respect that shit and want to get down with that shit because like a lot of shit I did was authentic. You feel me?
Real shit, man. Like, all right, so you run around with Muttley, y'all doing your thing. Any other artists you had under you during that time and shit like that?
Well, Muttley, well, all right, what happened with Muttley? I'm gonna go into Muttley, right?
Yeah, for sure, yeah, because I'm learning too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So with Muttley, you know, Muttley had a get high problem. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody else smoking weed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
But he was my little brother. You feel me? And
Mm,
I used to always try to school him.
right,
And he just couldn't, like when the fame, put like this, when the fame came, you get what I'm saying? Like
right,
you know how like when the fame come, and I
right,
told him, I said, listen, I said, no bullshit. I said, when I put you on this shit, you're gonna have all these chicks. You're gonna
right,
have everybody want to fuck with you. You get what I'm saying?
right.
I said, you gotta stay focused, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm,
gotta stay focused. You can't let nobody break this barrier. You feel me?
right.
And he gave me his word, but you know, at the end of the day, he did the opposite. You get what
And
I'm
what?
saying?
Oh, damn.
And niggas just was telling him shit. You feel me? And when you feeling yourself, sometimes you don't look you don't hear me no more. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So I'm the type of nigga like, okay, I'm gonna let you hang yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like if
right.
you feel like you got it and these niggas ride for you because they wasn't riding for you at first. You get what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
I put all that time and effort into you.
Right.
So long story short, he had the city whamming. Beans was fucking with him. A lot of niggas was fucking with him.
Mm.
He goes out, you know what I'm saying, shoot somebody for $100.
Damn.
You get what I'm
For a
saying? I
bean?
was
For a
hurt
bean?
for a bean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something small. You feel me? And I
Shit.
was hurt. And I was hurt because of that, because it was like he ain't had to do it. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And he did like 6 years from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Came home.
All right,
You know
so
what I'm
so
saying?
when that occurred and when that happened and shit, like what that do to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? What that do to you at the time and shit? Because I know that was your artist, y'all was doing your thing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what that did to you? Explain it.
I was heartbroken because I'm down like a bean something. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
And 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 all the time and effort. Like I'm frustrated now. Like, damn, like you just threw all this shit away. you know, like you know how like you got your girl and all that shit, and
Right.
you taking time away from your kids and all that shit, and it's like you throw it all away for nothing.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? For nothing.
Damn.
I was devastated. I ain't want nothing. I just was like, fuck that shit. I ain't fucking with it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Like you definitely, I would got discouraged too. So, so I mean, you think if you didn't make that move, you think y'all would have became successful?
Yeah, because he was something that the streets love. You get what I'm saying? He
Right.
was real. He was real about his shit. You know what I'm saying? The boy could rap. He at that era, he was something that everybody loved. Like he was definitely like all over. Like we went. I remember we had like 5,000 CDs left. No, we had like 5,000 CDs, 10,000 CDs. We took down Miami. We gave them motherfuckers out on Memorial's weekend, like in one night, right? The next day, everybody ride by playing that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Heavy.
Everybody. They're like, yo, Lord Muttley. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was definitely somebody that was going to be major. You feel me?
Dang.
But he just threw that shit away. Just a young mistake. You know what I'm saying? That costing. And now he ain't never recovered from that shit. You get what I'm saying?
For sure. So, all right. So when it happened, you said you got discouraged. So did you leave the music shit alone? And you
I left it alone. Because a lot of heat came. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? The cops and all that type of shit. Like, a lot of shit was going on. So I was just like, fuck that shit. Like, I ain't fucking with that shit no more. You know what I'm saying?
So throughout that time, what was Mark on and shit? Like what you was on back in the streets, or you was, you know what I mean, going back with the family? Like
I went back with the family and all that shit. Like, I was like, fuck that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So all right, so fast forward and shit, like how many years till you start back thinking to yourself like, yo, I want to get my hands back dirty with the music shit and whatever the case may be?
I never did. It's crazy because
you never did? Not even when you had Dunny?
Listen, that's what I'm trying to get to. So this was like the Muttley shit was like 03, right? So the Dunny shit was like 2008, 2009. You get what I'm saying?
We can't skin over, not to cut you off, we can't skin over the Meek shit too, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we gonna get to that too. Let's get to that. You wanna get to that first?
Yeah, let's get to that.
All right. So my cousin, I was looking for my cousin was like, I got somebody for you or whatever. He like the boy Meek, cause I ain't know Meek. You know what I'm saying? I just knew of him from the shit, but I ain't know him. So my little cousin was like, you gotta fuck with him, he hot as shit or whatever. Yeah. So I hollered at him. I finally hollered at him or whatever. I only wanted Meek. I ain't really want nobody else at first. But Meek was like, no, you gotta take the whole headshots. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
And before you even go further, this what Bam and this what Bob been talking about. They was like, Mark was the nigga. They stamped what you saying right now. They was letting me know. Like, you was, and I didn't even know, because you know we got our little history and shit. Like with 8 or whatever the case may be. But I never know you threw that offer out to Meek, and I didn't never know Meek stayed sturdy and said, yo, if I can't bring my team with me. But go ahead, finish the story.
So what happened? What happened was like Bob and Meek and Bam couldn't get on the same accord. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like they was just like every meeting it was just like all this bullshit, like arguments and shit like that. Meek snapping out, Bam like, man, fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bob like, man, fuck you. We don't need you. Like it was like more so with that shit. And it just we had one meeting. It's crazy. And Bam, I don't know if Bam on here, because Bam did some nut shit. He did some nut ass shit.
He been asking me to get you on like crazy, so I know you did some nut shit.
Yeah, he did some nut shit, because it's like, so my other young boy, he want to come on and invest with me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like, that's heavy. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to put up some real paper. I'm trying to put up some real paper. And we try to do his headshots. Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, you had me, you had the Bloodhounds, Magic, Still. You had, like, the whole winning team already. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And with our force behind it, that shit was going to be crazy, right?
Yeah.
So we in Fridays and shit. we chilling. So my man, he like in the vibe. He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what y'all need or whatever, this and that.
Right.
So Bam just happened to look up. He see his homie baby mom with a nigga. You get what I'm saying? So he like, hold up. He like, hold up. He like, that's such and such. He start talking. He gets on the phone. His homie come down in like 10 minutes, bro. 10 minutes. They start mixing in this joint. You get what I'm saying?
Why y'all about to hang? Why y'all trying?
Yeah. While we in the meeting and shit like that, right? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? So they start mixing and all that. They fucking the boy up and shit like that. So me and my man, we get out of there and shit. We ride down the street. We ride down the street, right?
Right.
This nigga jump. The nigga that they was rumbling, this nigga run and jump on our fucking car and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey Mac, I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? This nigga on the hood, he on the hood up and car.
Yo, I ain't never know that. Damn.
So when we left, my man like, I ain't fucking with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like he like I'm done. He like I'm done. I'm cool. I ain't fucking with them niggas. I'm like
That's some wild shit, man.
I'm like, man, come on. So then it was another time. So I had a you know them Winnebago, them big ass vans with the bed in it.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was back then when y'all niggas was trying to kill each other on camera and all that shit. And all that bullshit. So I'm like, listen, y'all motherfuckers gonna drive this van by yourself. Cause I ain't getting shot for none of y'all motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. Like, y'all niggas 13, 14 years old. Nigga, I'm 28. I'm a grown ass man already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, the turtle top, right? So they rocking out with that. So next thing you know, Meek and them called me talking about some, yeah, Mark, like somebody, Bob or one of them was playing with the gun, shot the gas tank the fuck out. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, bring that fuck, I got that shit too. I was mad as shit. I'm like, how the fuck somebody shoot the gas tank the fuck out? The shit was in my man name. I get him the van, the shit in my man name. He told me, damn, they shooting the fucking car out with my fucking name on it and shit like that. This shit was goofy, bro. I was done after that, bro.
You said fuck that investment.
I was fucking going after that. I was like, I can't fuck, because y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, touch money, headshot. We in the studios, 28,000 guns and shit like that.
Yeah.
Niggas 12 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing, bro? Y'all in the fucking 8th grade. Like, niggas in the 8th grade. I'm like, what y'all doing, bro? I said, no, they gonna drive this fucking van. Hey, Bob, y'all gonna drive this. You gonna drive these motherfuckers around, not me. Fuck that. I'm cool, bro.
Yo, so this was around the time, like, with that touch money and shots around that time and shit like that. So who you feel like won? Like, who you feel like won and shit like that?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with headshots. I ain't gonna lie. Right. I never was around touch money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, I'm from the P, so I'm rocking out with, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking out with Bloodhounds and all that shit.
For sure.
Like Mel, like actually, like I ain't gonna lie, like Mel Love, one of my favorite rappers. You get what I'm saying?
Like, he's a fucking genius. People be sleeping on Mel.
Yeah, I love Mel Love. But I think at the time, if me, Bob, and Bam, if everybody was on the same accord, that shit would have been like Cash Money, Rocka, fella. That shit would have been crazy. You get what I'm saying?
Damn, it would have. I'm just think about it and shit. And I know what type of business mind person. I know where your mind at with business and shit like that. We done did business before, so I just could imagine and shit. Like, I never knew that you was behind that until I would start interviewing people and I heard your name coming up a lot. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. We just running around with Markmadness and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
that shit was crazy. That shit
So
was crazy.
so what made you lock in? So after that, you locked in with Dunny. Like, what made you? How did you find Dunny? Because you discovered that I never heard nothing about no Dunny until I saw you like around him and shit like that. So where
Yeah.
that shit came from?
What happened? His mom used to work at a daycare. I was done with the rap shit. So his mom worked at the daycare where I used to take my kids at and shit. And you know, Benz though my wife, she always worked, so I always take the kids and pick them up.
Right.
So one time he had a CD and a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? CD came out and a T-shirt. So I just bought the shit. You get what I'm saying? I just
Right.
bought it. I ain't never really listened to it or whatever. But one day my wife was up there and shit. So and she was like, they was talking about the music shit. So she was like, yeah, she was like, you ain't, she was like, you ain't never talked to Mark about the music stuff. She was like, Mark do music? Because you know what I mean? I've always been low key. They never
Right.
knew who I was and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So she was like, no, what do you do music? She was like, yeah, he big into music and all that shit. So I was like, so she was like, all right, I'm gonna talk to him. So then talk to him and I listened to a CD. I listened to a CD or whatever. And I
Right.
was like, damn, I was like, he kind of dope. He weird. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He weird. And that's the reason why I really fuck with him, because I felt like he wasn't a street nigga like
Right.
me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was different.
Right.
So, and he was like talented. He was like, he the most talented person. He wasn't the best rapper, but
Real
he was
shit.
the most talented, like far as, you know what I mean, doing songs and like studio shit, recording, mixing, and all that type of shit. Like he was that bull. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I remember, and that was around the time when I was doing the Belly to Beast. That's around the time I just started up and shit. And I
Yeah.
remember, and one thing about you, Mark, when you fuck with something, you're not gonna halfway fuck with it. Like,
No.
I remember meeting you and Dunny and shit, and I remember it was like you was building the studio and shit. I
Yeah.
remember we first met and shit, and you was
Yeah.
building the studio for Dunny, whatever the case may be. Speak on you building the whole studio and all that, putting that shit together and all that. Like what you was like, oh, all right, if I'm gonna fuck with this, I'm gonna all the way fuck with it.
All right. So, you know, we had the studio. We had the studio in the basement at first, right?
That's right. I
Yeah.
remember that.
So my strategy was Dunny. I'm like, damn, you know, he weird, like niggas, you know what I'm saying? I gotta think more. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
had to think more and shit like that. So I had to play chess with a lot of niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a
Right.
lot of niggas. And what I did was I heated him up. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got the turbo top, you know what I'm saying? I hooked up with Ant and Kyle with the camera and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and had the streets, you know what I'm saying? I was already solidified from years back, but it was
Right.
like Ant turn. You get what I'm saying?
I remember.
And Ant came along or whatever, and you know, one day he put out the he was rapping this song to me. What's up? What's up?
I
I'm Count
remember that.
Money over here, nigga. And I was like, damn, that shit loud. I was like, he was like, I'm about to record that shit. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, make it happen or whatever. So then he recorded it. I was like, all right, it's cool. I hit Cosmic Cav up. You know what I'm saying? Cosmic Cav started playing it. But I was like, it's missing something. It's missing something. So I was like, I'm going to get Meek and I'm on a remix of that shit. You get what I'm saying? So when first I got Meek, then I got Oskino, Gilly came through, and Black De Niro.
Right.
So when I did the video,
And hold up. All them people, they was on fire around that time and shit.
yeah, they was all on fire.
All of them was on fire.
Meek was steaming right there. You know what I'm saying?
How
Meek
did
was steaming.
you even, you know what I mean, you get, you know what I mean, you had to toss the check on certain niggas and shit like that?
It wasn't much. I paid for Meek he's like, just give me 500. You get what I'm saying?
Well, that
And
was
Oskino charged me 500.
okay.
Gilly was like, I can't charge you, a real nigga. I heard about you. Like, we gonna do business. You know what I'm saying?
Love.
Like he ain't charged me a Black De Niro and shit like that. But so when we did the remix, so it's crazy. We did the remix. So you know, niggas used to having like little cameras and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Standing on a block and shit.
Yeah.
I I had the whole fucking set. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, we had the whole set, the whole warehouse, all this shit, right? So when Meek came down to the joint, he like, damn. You get what I'm saying? He
Right,
like,
right.
hold up. He like, hold up. I gotta go get this bread. So he left and got all his money and shit, came back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had all the models there. We had everybody there. Like the whole city was there. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
That shit was lit. So, you know, Dunny was like second at that time. He was second to me.
Right.
Nobody was hotter than Dunny. You know
I
what I'm saying?
remember.
Yeah. He was second. Nobody was hotter than Dunny at that time. Except me. You know what I'm saying?
Because it had a lot to do because he had the machine about you, like use the machine,
Yeah.
like and shit like that.
But see, a lot of people, and that's what I want to tell people, because a lot of people think bread, having money is always the key. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have some know-how with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm real slick about what I do. Like, a lot of people don't know like how I do it. I just do it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's niggas that had way more bread than me couldn't even move an artist. You get what I'm saying?
That's
They couldn't do nothing with artists. And I seen them put hundreds of thousands into them. But it's the key to that shit. But we gonna get into that. Gonna get into that.
Right. So I know What's Up was on the it was the remix definitely was on the radio, turn the airways up and all that. Like speak on that. Just and the video was definitely official. That shit was official.
Yeah. It was definitely official. Me and Cosmic Cat, we had a great relationship. I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody went back and told him something. You get what I'm saying? And it was like, wow.
That was Bam again? Bam on some
No, Bam ain't had Bam my dog. Like
I'm fucking out this.
Bam my dog. Bam my dog. But you know what I'm saying? Somebody went back and told him something or whatever, and that fucked a lot of shit up. You get what I'm saying? But I ain't give a fuck about no Cosmic Cat. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So, all right. So after that, so all right. So Dunny. So I mean, what how that like what went wrong and shit like with that? Like,
what went wrong with Dunny is he started acting too cute. You get what I'm saying?
And I remember.
And I hate niggas that be acting cute because you don't know. Like that's just like let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, man. After
For
I
sure,
get off
OBG.
like after I get off this live with you, we ain't going out. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to the movies and none of that shit. We ain't going to Vegas together. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of these artists, they get hot and they be thinking everybody they friends. Nigga, it's business. You get what I'm saying? Everybody want to get what you got, or they want to get some type of buzz. You feel me?
That's all.
So you got a weirdo nigga that I'm cool with. You get what I'm saying? Because I like the weirdness, but now you want to be a realness. Now you want to rap this bullshit. You want to come rapping all this hard gangster shit, and you try to fit in. You try to fit in too much, and then when you insecure with yourself, then you try to blame it on me. Like, oh, I'm saying Mark be hard. No, Mark ain't hard. Mark putting the fucking money up. You get what I'm saying? You think I want to put money up and waste my fucking time?
You
get what I'm saying?
And y'all was a good dude. Like y'all was a good dude. Y'all, I just remember that time because I just had got my feet into the shit. Like, and y'all was and I was in the studio all the time with y'all and shit. And I remember Dunny was hosting one of my mixtapes I came out with and shit like that. And I remember situations going on and shit. And I remember him venting to me, and then I remember me talking to you, really letting me know what was going on and shit. So I remember around that time. I know you definitely not capping that situation and shit like that.
So his mom had like he a mama's boy. Like his mom had a lot of influence. Like she felt like one time we was in a meeting, she was like, Jay Dunny responsible for all this. That's what she told me to my face, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, and you never heard from him ever again. You get what I'm saying?
I remember.
That you never heard
that
from
shit was like this. That shit was like this. That shit went down like this.
Because we were supposed to go to Miami. And I was like, no, he ain't going. I was like, he ain't fucking going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I burnt that. I took all that rap off the fucking van, and it was a rap after that.
Real
Like I
shit.
ain't want nothing else. I ain't want nothing else to do with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So all right. So you went on another hiatus. Like we ain't hear from Mark in a few years. I mean, you was definitely doing your thing
No, actually, we was moving into Delaware Ave.
around that time.
Yeah, I was
Oh
because
shit!
I
Well, I
was like,
can't say that.
listen,
Let me take it back. Let me take that back. Let me take that
yeah,
back. You was
yeah,
elevating and shit, cause that move was like one of the biggest move I ever saw
yeah,
you make and shit like that.
yeah.
You like explain that move to the people and shit like that.
So one day I was like, we was just in, we used to be in the basement all the time.
Right.
So I was like, all right, bet. I was like, he an artist that I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was
Yeah.
more so like he do beats, and he
Right.
do all that engineer. So it's a win-win, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
one day I was riding down Delaware Avenue and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen them fixing up the casinos and shit. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm like, damn, I'm ready to put a fucking studio here. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm ready to put a studio here. So I went back to the spot and I told him, I was like, I'm about to get that shit. I said, I'm about to get that shit. I'm about to get that fucking studio and shit. So,
Mm.
I started making it happen or whatever. You know what I mean? Start building it out, and he ain't make it that far.
Mm. Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
He ain't make it that far.
So you I remember you at a point in time you start hiring everybody like Kyle with the cam. You know what I mean? Well, like no, speak on before we get there. Speak on building
All right.
the shit.
I met Kyle through Ant. You get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay.
And I met a lot of people through Ant.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, like, with Ant, it's like a gift and a curse. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Ant had so much drive, but he ain't had no structure. You get what I'm
For
saying?
sure, for sure.
And his thing was get money, get money, get money. He was
Right,
making a lot of money. And I
right.
always used to tell him, like, Ant, you gotta slow down, bro. Like, we'll have a meeting about, say, like about a radio station or some shit. And we be like, all right, we gonna do this. An hour later, he on a radio station. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man. Like, we just talked about this shit 20 minutes ago. He already got artists up there. I'm like, hey, you drawn, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
So he was just like doing shit too fast. You get what I'm
right,
saying? He
right.
was burning himself out. And
Shit, I remember that.
and but he one motherfucker that day and night. I seen him like learn how to go from editing videos and all that shit. Like Ant was a motherfucking, he was gonna get that paper. He
Right,
was gonna get you for that paper. You get what I'm saying? He
for
wasn't. He
sure.
learned how to do CD covers, all that shit. You get what I'm
Real
saying?
shit,
Because
real shit.
Kyle used to bullshit a lot. So
Yeah,
he was like, fuck that. He used to get it how he could get it, but
yeah. He said,
Ant,
I'm
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? He
Yo,
burnt himself the fuck out. You know
real
what I'm
shit.
saying?
Real shit. So all right, so you built the Waterview Lounge, you built the studio, but you also had the reception and all that, and
Yeah,
you had like you put everybody under your wing and shit. You had Kyle, you had Ant, you had and then it was Ant and Kyle was super hot. And then I
yeah,
saw like you had the studio on one side, and then you had the
yeah,
reception and events on another side and shit. And it was right
yeah,
across the street from the fucking Sugar House. I even
yeah.
threw my wedding reception at the joint when I
Yeah,
got married and shit like that.
yeah,
We
definitely. You
going
had a good time too. You had a good
fucking
time.
right for a
You had a
nice
good
price
time.
too. You ain't
Yeah,
charging me up for none of that. You showed
yeah,
love to me and my wife and
yeah,
shit like that. Like you know
yeah,
what I mean. Speak on just the Waterview Lounge. Like you built that shit from ground up. I remember process. Like
yeah.
speak on that. We can't gloss over that shit. That was a major move, bro.
It was like the Waterview Lounge wasn't even in a picture. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
It was just that one side.
Mm.
Um, it was just that one side. But
Mm-hmm.
when we was building it, I was like, no, I don't want nobody else on this floor with me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I
Mm.
was going to use that for the studio, like just a lounge for the studio.
Right.
But as I was building it, I'm like, this shit crazy. Like I'm gonna get paper off this shit. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I started focusing on that more than anything. You get what I'm saying? Like the love for music, wasn't even there. So, you know what I mean? It went from like me doing a Waterview to like being on the news, being in the paper, you know what I'm saying? Just the mayor, all these motherfuckers in the joint with me, you know what I'm saying? Doing events and like getting invited to all this shit that I ain't even want to go to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a publicist, right? She used to be on my top, like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. I was like, man, I don't want to be in no fucking paper. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy. Like when you see yourself in the newspaper and everybody like, damn, you see Mark in the paper? Like I ain't never used to put my face out there. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
remember.
and motherfucker, I was scared of that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, what the fuck? Like niggas buying that shit off the motherfucking off the newsstands and all that type of shit, hanging it the fuck up everywhere I go. So you know how that shit is. So I just have to accept that shit. Like, all right, this is what's going to be. Like this shit big time down this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It was, man. That shit was major because even when I did my wedding there, I remember, you know what I mean, going right to the casino and shit. It was just it was super convenient. 95 right there. You get right to the 95. Then you can, you know what I mean, you can go to the studio if you want to. Like that shit was crazy, man. I mean, you ever had AR on your wing? Because I saw AR was down there. You know what I mean?
That was my artist. So man, AR came. All right, you know, AR used to always be around Ann all the time. So every time he would see me, he'd be like, yo, like, if I had you in my corner, man, he was like, you know what I'm saying, I'll be big time. Like, niggas don't respect me as a rapper. They respect me as a goon. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I can't fuck with you like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done with this shit. You get what I'm saying? So he kept coming. So I was like, all right, I was like, look, you know, I got the outlet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got the outlet or whatever. I said, we gonna make it happen. I said, I had the boy Johnny and shit. I had a couple people or whatever. So I was like, all right, bet. We gonna do it. So manhood was going back and forth. So he was like, I want to do freestyles and all this. I was like, look, bro, I ain't doing it. I was like, I ain't doing it if you doing freestyles. You get what I'm saying? So he like, what you mean? This was the streets. I said, bro, we can't get no money off them freestyles. You know what I'm saying? I said, if you gonna let me handle it, take my lead. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't gonna take my lead, then I'm good. You get what I'm saying? So we had Johnny had this beat, man. We had a couple producers and shit like that. And that shit just, I told him, I said, give me a month. I said, you gonna be flaming. He talking about, man, get the fuck out of here. Man, this nigga was flaming. You get what I'm saying?
I remember.
But with Ab, like again, niggas get cute. You get what I'm saying? And like, man, Ab had some real conversations. Like, you know, I used to always be in there like by myself. You get what I'm saying? And they always gave me the utmost respect. You know what I mean? Like nobody never disrespected me or whatever. But and he went from 5 motherfuckers, right? To 70. You get what I'm saying? Within a month. And I'm like, yo, bro. Like, I used to come in there, no real shit. I'm like, yo, y'all got roll, bro. Like, I'm doing business. Like, I got weddings and shit on the other side. I got all these white people. You get what I'm saying? All these white people over there. Then you got all these motherfuckers walking around with big beards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Smelling like weed. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is y'all doing, bro? So it was like that type of shit was going on. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was like affecting my business. You know what I'm saying? And it just got to a point where as though I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I was done again.
Before that happened and shit, it was like Swiss had came. Like speak on that and shit, because I know that's when the people probably came and shit. Because Swiss had reached out to ARAD. Like, speak on that.
Yeah, no, Swiss was always like a lot of niggas used to. This is what I'm saying. A lot of niggas used to reach out to ARAD, right? But he never wanted to reach back. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I used to, no, they gonna call me or whatever. So now we getting the little thousands, the little 1500s for the features, because a lot of dudes don't know how to get the money. They know how to rap. You get what I'm saying? But the business, they really don't want to do that part. You get what I'm saying? And that's the main part. So I was getting the money, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you want the video too and all that shit. So he was popping. So Swiss was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So one day, I'm like, Swiss was at the show with Jay-Z. The what you call that shit? Made in America shit.
Right, the Made America, yeah.
He was at the Made America. And I was like, "Won't you call him?" So he's like, "No, man." Like, I'm like, "Yo, bro, just call him. Like, tell him to come the fuck through." Like, I used to pressure him though. You know what I'm saying? Like on a lot of shit. Like, and he was like, "Come on, man." I was like, "Yo, call him." So he called him. So Swiss was like, "Yeah, man, I need you to come through or whatever." So he was like, he's like, "Damn, I just crossed the bridge." So he was like, "Where you at?" So he was like, I'm at the studio down Delaware Avenue. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna come." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna come bless you." He's like, "I'm gonna come down for like 10, 15 minutes and bless you." So he come down. He like, "What the fuck?" You get what I'm saying? Like 15 minutes turned into like 4 hours. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He get drunk in his joint and everything. He like, "Damn, this shit crazy." Like the environment was good. Like he like, "Damn." He looking all outside, see the casino. He like, "Yo," he like, "That's how you doing it now?" So, you know what I'm saying? AR was putting me on Swiss. So Swiss was like, "Damn, you got something good going on, man. Keep AR tight." You know what I'm saying? Like, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep him tight." But the more buzz he was getting, the more like they can't take that shit, bro. Like, and my homie always said, like, you put these niggas on a platform, bro, that they never been on. And I'm not talking about far as a buzz, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause they be already having buzzes, but you know, my vision be crazy. Like, I be having a vision that nobody don't be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? And I really be playing chess, and they be looking at me like, "Is this like ARF?" One day he said, like you really in the streets, bro? Like, you like I can't imagine you in the streets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, you don't say nothing. You just walk around like you don't have nothing. He was like, nobody can figure you out. He's like, everybody just keep asking me, like, is he really the guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, but it'd be crazy, but like psychologically, I be playing games. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be playing games. Yeah. So with Ab, it was like, all right, I gave him an album release party or whatever, right? I was mad because it was 3 girls. It was 3 girls and it was 180 niggas. You get what I'm saying? And they walking around with blunts, all this shit. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I'ma just let him do. Let him do what he gotta do, have his fun or whatever. But it was 3 girls. It was 3 girls and it was 180 niggas. You get what I'm saying? So they was in the way. Like, I'm like, man, where the chicks at? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's all goons in here, all these niggas in here. Like, where the chicks at? So that night he dropped it on that Piff. He did 10,000. He did 10,000 the first night. You get what I'm saying? Like, that shit was whamming. So he like, damn, I ain't do 10,000 in 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So he had that Piff calling him, like, yeah, we gonna do this, we gonna do this. Like, everybody starts seeing that shit, seeing the marketing, they seen Swiss, they seen the studio, they seen all types of shit. So it was a win-win. So now here come everybody around him. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I got bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, here they go. Yeah, I got bread, bro. Come on, bro. You know, I bet was gonna do something with you. I bet was gonna take you to the promised land. I bet was, you know what I'm saying? Like all this bullshit. Right. So I'm like, yeah, so I'm listening. So all these niggas just like They now all of a sudden, everybody got all this brick money. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff.
man.
Like, yeah, we can do this, we can do that.
Oh.
So it started being like a lot of people around was starting to be like more yes men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we dropped we dropped Who Harder Than Me too.
Mm-hmm.
And a week later, he tried to drop another CD. This is the hottest. What the fuck is you doing, bro? He talking about some, yo, Mark, we gonna drop. I'm like, bro, we not dropping no fucking CD, bro. We just dropped Who Harder Than Me fucking 2 weeks ago. Like this shit doing numbers. You get what I'm saying? This shit on the radio. Why is we doing another CD, bro? What the fuck is going on? And everybody like, yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta do this shit, You know what I did? You know what I did?
What you do?
I said, it's over with. I silenced listen, Ab told me this shit before he went down. He said, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got one of the fucking best silence games ever. Like, you silence a motherfucker, bro. Like, he was like, yo, I felt, yo, he had me die. He talking about some, he was like, I felt like I wasn't even here no more, man. Like you was just like, you silenced me. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, you never talked to me again. I was done with that shit, bro, because you gotta remember, when you come from, like, I come from a hood of thorough motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? That always got paper. You get what I'm saying? I'm not blowing myself for no paper. And a lot of people be like, why you always walk away from shit? Because I got a passion for this shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm not selling out and be no dick eater for no fucking buzz and all that shit. I'm cool.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
They said you had Hattie too.
Who, Hattie?
You had Hattie?
Yeah, Hattie was my man.
I didn't know that.
Hattie a fucking Virgo. Hattie. That motherfucker, you can't talk nothing over him, boy. That motherfucker talk like, hey, listen, we gonna do this. No, can you do this? I'm happy. You know, you can get in his bag. I'm happy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had to go get his shirts. I had to go get his t-shirts and all that shit. I was selling thousands and thousands of them. Like, right. But Ad was a good situation though. But when we went apart from each other, that's when he did some shit that I ain't really feel when he went at Cassidy that time. Remember, he was sitting on the couch, and he went at Cassidy because I felt like he was just doing shit after that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And he went at Cassidy and all that shit, and I was like, and then he got locked up. Right. He got locked up after that.
Right. So now you chill. After that, you chill, whatever the case may be. Did you chill? But I know before you got to NH and shit, you was like, you really weren't fucking with this shit. You was skeptical of back fucking with this shit. Like, how long was it till you start fucking with NH and shit?
I just started fucking with NH like 2 years ago. Like,
so if we skipping anything, I don't want to skip nothing.
We skipping. All right, when I had the Waterview, when I had all that shit, I was just like mainly showing niggas love. Like, a lot of people used to come down there, shoot videos and, you know what I mean, do photo shoots. And we had the studio. I don't know if you know Cousin, Aunt brought the boy Cousin down there.
Oh, the boy Skip. The boy, he selling fire sticks now.
No, not him. His name Cousin.
I don't know that nigga.
Like, Ant was like for real, like, and that's why I tell you, like, with Ant, because Ant really he was moving a lot of motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? Right. He was moving a lot of motherfuckers, and it's like, I don't know, like, if the business was right, like, if Young Bob and them and Bam, if Ant and all that shit was right, everything, I'm telling you, the city would have been crazy, because I'm more about putting everybody on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not to cut you off, you had Tierra Whack?
No, Ant had Tierra Whack.
Oh shit. You worked with Tierra Whack. I'm just trying to read the comments. I don't want to miss nothing.
Ant had Tierra Whack. And now the boy Cousin, I think the boy Cousin, Johnny and all of them. You know Johnny Montana, snake in the grass ass nigga that used to wear the flip flops and shit with no socks on and shit. That type of nigga.
Yeah.
Niggas is corny, bro. Niggas is snakes, man. It
What
be the
happened with
weird,
that? What
yo.
happened
It
with
be the
that?
weirdo niggas. It be the weirdo. You know the grimy niggas. You be like, yo, you gotta watch them niggas because they grimy. They the
Right.
ones that be cool and shit. They get you a little bit. It be the
Right.
niggas with the open toe sandals on that be fucking you up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You be
Right.
like, yo, this nigga just finesse the shit out me. And some motherfucking Chinese flip flops and shit. Like that shit be crazy. Johnny Montana, let me tell you, like Johnny Montana, I brought him in or whatever. So he was more of an ass kisser than Ab. You get what I'm saying?
Shit.
I wasn't kissing Ab ass.
Right.
But he was more of the ass kisser. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
Ab felt like, oh yeah, I could do it with Johnny. You know what I'm saying? I could do it with Johnny.
Right.
That type of shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm not kissing nobody fucking ass and shit like that.
Real shit. Real shit.
But Johnny finessed me though. Like he
What happened with
wears
that? What happened with that?
Huh?
I said, what happened? Hey, you finesse you? What happened?
No, I'm just saying, like he just got in. He got in, got his buzz. Now he got Tierra whacking him. You know what I'm saying?
He got all right.
Yeah,
all right.
like he managed it, but they finesses. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of niggas is finesses. Like they opportunists. So you know how
Right.
that shit go.
Damn,
but I
Ant,
never do
man,
it.
yo, Ant got finessed by a lot of motherfuckers, man. Yo, Ant, I want to see Ant make it. That's my man. I want to see him make it, man. Because he put a lot of fucking work in, man.
He did.
Yeah, he put a lot of work in and shit, like, and using his own money and shit, taking a chance on artists and shit like that. And, you know, you still got a family. Still, that's hard and shit like that. We gonna definitely get Ant back up again. He definitely
definitely. That's still my guy.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. So all right. So the Waterview Lounge. So what happened with the Waterview Lounge and all that? Like
the Waterview Lounge, it was like a lot of complaints. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a lot of complaints, a lot of nigga shit going on. You know what I'm saying? What they did to me was when I opened it, it was all studios and shit.
Right.
And then they put like Aflac Insurance on there, Quest Diagnostics, like all this corporate bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So it started being like, yo, we smell weed. You know what I'm saying? It's all these people around. It's bottles, like, you know, niggas coming out the party with fucking bottles, leaving it all on the ground, and all that dumb drunk shit. You know how many, yo, listen, you know how many niggas I had to wrestle out the fucking wrestle in their car? Like y'all niggas drunk, falling all over the ground. They going over to the Sugar House Casino. The Sugar House Casino calling me like you a problem over there. Like they was just fucking the money up. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas, that's niggas for you, man. Damn.
They was like they had to come from over the Waterview Lounge because these motherfuckers drunk and they acting fucking crazy. All these drunk motherfuckers running in the Waterview and all that bullshit, man. That shit was stupid, bro.
Right.
That shit was stupid, man.
Damn, man. So you had to say chalk that, huh?
Yeah, I chalked that shit. Like I was losing money and I was losing it because like they was locking down on me like extra cops. I had to have real cops in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like not made me pay for cops. You know what I mean? Not security, real cops. Like I got a fucking baby shower with 10 women, and I got a motherfucking cop walking around with big ass guns on, talking about some, yeah, is everything cool? Big ass white motherfucking cops and shit. I'm like, they're like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Everybody uncomfortable, like, what the fuck? You be about to shoot? What they be shooting in this motherfucker?
Yo, listen, we gotta do a part 2. I gotta bring you back in. This shit, the hour is up. This shit is good, y'all. We're gonna bring you right back in. They want you to talk about the interview. I mean the meeting with 50 Cent. So we're gonna bring you right on with that and shit like that.
All right.
We're gonna everybody come right back in, y'all. The hour is up. We're gonna do a part 2. All right, y'all. All right.